Good days. I decided to buy a canister filter for my fish tank, and as I'm getting this out of the box, I'm going to tell you why. I have one of those standard, like a top fin or whatever, the ones that hang over the back of your tank, and I recently set up another tank in my living room, and I've just find it's not that it's that loud, but it makes super annoying noise, and I can't stand it. So I've never had one of these canister filters. People say they're quiet, and maybe it won't be all rattly like my other one. I'll show you that eventually. But let's just check this thing out. So they make all different sizes. They make a small one. I think it's for tanks, I think up to 30 gallons. This is sort of a mid one. This one's for up to 75 gallons. My tank is a 37 gallons, so I decided to give this one a try. So this is the unit out of the box, and I guess it opens up like this. I don't know what's all in here, but so it does have a UV light in here. This one's only, I think it's 11 watts. You can get a bigger version, but it costs quite a bit. This one I got it for about $90. The smaller one is about $60. Then the one up from this one is about $160. I thought this would probably be fine. So it comes with media baskets, some foam filter stuff. This would be considered a 3-stage. So I'm going to try to, well, it looks like it's more than 3. There's 3 baskets there. And there's 4. So several foam filters, which I think I'm just going to put back in. And I believe there's some other media that comes with it, some charcoal maybe, or some bio. Well, it looks like it comes with a spare glass cover for the light bulb, but I don't know if it comes with a spare light. I'll have to check into it. Yeah, so it's just a box of, hardware. So that's pretty much about it. I'm going to have to do some reading so that I don't mess anything up. So it looks like you have everything, but I thought it was supposed to come with those little, I don't know, they almost look like they're ceramic or whatever. But that's fine. I can just go get some. Okay, initially when I took it all apart, I didn't look closely enough. So this is the very bottom tray. There are the ceramic things in here, and it has a nice layer in there. I didn't realize they were in there. I thought they would be in a separate bag. So that's the first one. These other things here, these beads, they're in here. You can see that. So that's good. I didn't realize they were already in the ready to go. And this just looks like an open tray. Maybe you can put whatever you want in there. I don't know. Maybe put some carbon or something in there. And then there's this filter here. Nice thick filter. Okay, so we cleared up that issue. And one thing that I think some people might run into problems, when you go to put these back in, make sure that they're sitting together properly. Like they're seated together. Because initially one of them was a little bit out of alignment and it wasn't fitting together real nice. So make sure that happens. Especially, well, these ones, I want to set that there. What I noticed, especially with the last two, this one, it's a little bit different than the other ones where you would think it would just sit up here, but actually it has to press down and together and not just be sitting on top like how the other ones fit. So it's a little bit weird to me. And I'm not forcing anything, so Obviously this has to fit down and not just sit there, but it has to slide down. So I'm not using any pressure, it's just naturally going down into place. So make sure this, especially this one, is together. And let me just see how this one fits. See how that one just fits on top, right? Just how the other ones do. So that's my first pointer. You can replace the light bulb if it burns out, but this just sit down nice and look around the edge. It should just fit really nice and even before you put any of the little straps on. And so I'm gonna guess it's best to go at this both sides at the same time, get them ready to go, and then push them down. Do the same on here. Rather than doing one at a time, do them in sections, both together. So that looks good. And really haven't gotten into it yet, but I know this is for priming it, but I don't know exactly how that works yet. But let me figure out how all this stuff gets set up, and then I'll tell you. Okay, I've been studying this diagram quite a bit. And it's kind of like a jigsaw puzzle. And one would think this was pretty simple to do, but it's a little bit confusing. But I have it figured out. So my pointers. If you're wondering which is the inlet or outlet, this elbow here, this will only fit on the outlet tube section. That's how I figured it out. And so you can hook up this thing, or you can hook up this. It's one or the other from what I've figured anyway. And just so you know, when you get this thing, when it's shipped, this is attached to this. And you're thinking, well, where does this go? Well, the only thing you can do is hook it straight into here. And this air thing, this lets in air, it's a valve. And I believe this needs to be above the water. As I said, I've never had one of these before. But anyways, I still wanted to use air, so I figured it took a little while that if you remove this, put it on there, and then onto there. So I should be able to feed air into here if I want it, or you can leave it off, but we'll find out how that works. To be aware of, all these ends have valves to adjust flow. So if you're having trouble later on when you're trying to get it running, make sure the valves are open or closed or whatever you need. There's a valve here. There is a valve here. There is a valve here. So you have to make sure these valves are all set properly. And this piece here, this is a skimmer, and this is optional. You don't need to put this thing on. So there's some other tubing. So basically you can remove this section and just do a straight down, just like how a normal tank is. But I'm going to try this little skimmer thing. It's supposed to float on the water and turn, and if there's any scum on the top, it will take that off. So those are the big pointers so far. The next thing is totally optional again. I have this plumber's silicone. And what I've done, because there's O-rings and stuff, so this is perfectly safe for rubber, and if the rings are silicone, all the better. It doesn't harden or anything, but it makes things a little bit slippery. It's not going to hurt your fish. It just helps to slide tubes on and keeps everything lubricated. Okay, so we have this set up. We have this ready to go. And I will just give you a quick example, because I'm not going to show you all of this, but bring the unit over here in case you've never used these types of fittings before. Let's just get this up here. Okay, so these also have valves on them. There's an off and on, and this is going to come in handy when you want to clean out your filter and stuff, You'll get the point. But anyways, make sure if you're going to put the hose on, this thing screws in and out. Make sure this is always screwed in. And then to attach a hose, let me see, which way do I want this? Okay. So to attach this, you take the hose, and this might be difficult. You might have to heat the hose up. But as I said, I'm using some of that lube stuff, so it should go on. So push it as far as you can up to the threads. You can see some threads there. And then you take this and screw it down like that. And it's just basically it's like a pressure fitting. I don't believe you need to get too crazy on the fitting. I'm just going to double check. Let's see how it worked out here. Yep, everything stayed in place, so yep. Screw it down like that. And again, I don't think you need to get too crazy with this, but until it's fairly tight. So now you have to attach this to the top of your filter. To do that, you have to press in. There's an orange ring down here, so you have to press in to get that centered. And basically, just put it on top there, press in, push down, and make sure it goes all the way down because it should lock into place. If it's not all the way down, you'll be able to pull that off, so give it a check. So that's how you do those. It's the same with the other parts. With these two, make sure they're screwed all the way up, push the tube on, and then screw them down. So I'm going to go and get this hooked up and see if it kind of works. So this is my current filter I have right now. And it's not that it's super loud, but it makes a super annoying noise. And this tank is up in my living room. So this is what it sounds like, just for reference. I'm going to plug it in here. And yeah, it just rattles and stuff. There's nothing wrong with this over the tank filter, but it's just too annoying for me. So let's give this all a go. Alright, so I kind of have everything sort of set up, the bars on there. Use those little suction cups that come with it. And then before you can start the pump, you have to prime it. So I'll try to show you this. There's this little cover here. Just comes off. Then there's this little plunger thing. So I'm going to assume you just keep doing this, and well, I see water's running down the tube. Alright, it might take a bit. On the plus side, I don't see any water coming out anywhere, so that must be a good sign. Okay, it's starting to fill up now. So, let me give this a few more pumps now and see what happens. Actually, I think it's going to go, I see water starting to go up the tubing for the actual out. It's in place. Let's plug it in. It's probably going to be noisy to start with because there's air and stuff, so. Well, I mean, it's not even settled in and really running. Just started and it's quiet. Can't even hear it. And to me, that's just too much racket. I don't know. And hopefully this canister one will be quieter. All I can hear is the water running. Okay, so I've been doing some testing with this setup here. Now, originally I tried... Oops, that floated away. But originally I tried using this air thing with this bar here. You can't use this air bubbler thing with, I don't know what you even call this longer one. But anyways, you can't use it with this. It only works with the little one. And so now, this works really cool. If you want to get some air into your tank, it's just a valve here. And you can do this. So it's adjustable. You can really give her, or else you can turn it right down so there's almost no bubbles, just tiny little bubbles. Or you can turn it completely off. And so what that's done for me anyway, it's eliminated the need to have like a bubbler stone, because that's just one more source of a bunch of racket. Those little air pumps are noisy. I can't stand the noise. And just so you know, this thing is like whisper quiet. I can't even tell it's running, basically. And I got the water level correct. So this is the skimmer, and again, you can turn this skimmer off if you want, or you don't even need to attach it. But I don't know, that'll be some experimentation. Also, you know, like, I guess if you were overfeeding your fish, you might clog it up with fish food or something, but if you're giving them the right amount, they'll eat the food, and very little will ever see that, probably. It'll probably sink to the bottom first. And again, if you don't want to run a bubbler or air stone, as long as you have your water, what they say anyway, as long as it's breaking surface tension, the fish are probably going to be fine. And the skimmer thing, again, it takes off, there's natural oils and stuff, so it's going to suck those down through there and keep off any scum or anything that's on the top of the tank. And again, if you're not satisfied, you can get some air going. So far, I mean, I'm actually amazed at the noise level. When people, or it says on the internet, you read reviews, they say it's quiet and all that, and I'm like, yeah, sure. And well, it's exceeded my expectations. Anyways, hope this was helpful. P.S. If you're interested in these decorations I have, check out the description. There's a link to the video that just shows the unboxing and what they look like in your hands. Give me a like and subscribe, or just give me a like at least. And make a comment if you have any questions. I usually try to answer them. So have a great day, everyone.